Hey everybody, this little video I'm going to show you guys how to go back and forth between page 4 and page 5 in the reference tables, so page 4 is the surface ocean current, page 5 is the plate tectonics. So I'm going to switch to drawing tool, I'll go with blue again. So again, the first thing you want to do with this is you want to go to the menu and you want to rotate clockwise so everything is the way it should be. And the second thing you want to do is go to two-page view. So now, if you take a look at this, we have it's both of these are maps of the world, and pretty much it's the same map, but there's different information on the surface ocean currents map and the plate tectonics map. However, the continents are in the same location. One thing that trips people up sometimes is they'll look at these maps and they'll think of the white part as being the land and the dark part as being the oceans, but that's not the case. So on both of these maps, you have the dark part is land and the light part is the ocean. So if you look at here, you have the Pacific Ocean, you have the Pacific Plate, you have the Southern Ocean, you have the Antarctic Plate, and so on. So both of these maps have latitude and longitude on them, and they're set up in the same way. You have the equator here, you have the equator here. You have the prime meridian way over on this side over here, and the prime meridian's over here. So again, they like to ask questions where you'll have to use both of these maps. So it's always good to know how to use both of them together. So for this particular exercise, what it wants you to do is it wants you to take information from here and to place it over here. So that's what I'm going to show. I'm going to show you guys how to do that right now. So the first thing I'll show you guys is how to find a current on this map and then transfer it over to this map. Just to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So now we can see both maps at the same time. So let's say, for example, you had the Alaska current. So if you see the Alaska current, it's an ocean current that goes up the west coast of Canada towards the middle of the Pacific Ocean along Alaska. So Alaska is located right here on the surface ocean currents map, and it's located over here on the plate tectonics map. So let's say, for example, it wanted us to draw the arrow for the Alaska current over here onto this map. So what you'd simply do is you take your drawing tool, go to whatever color you want, then draw the Alaska current in like that with your drawing tool. Okay, so now if I'm going to put a text box in, it's going to be a pain to fit a text box in here. So what I would do is I would blow the screen up, let's say to 200%, and put a text box in. So, whoop, wrong way. Scroll down a little bit. Oh, it's going to be over here. So I'm going to find that map still to the right side. Okay, so now it's big enough to where I can comfortably put a text box in there. So there's our text box. I'll move it over a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. Alaska current. Okay, so you can make the text bigger or smaller. I think it's probably going to need to be a little bit smaller to fit on this map, so I'll make it a little bit smaller. I'll fit this in here. Okay, so now on the plate tectonics map, I have the Alaska current drawn in, even though it's not that great of an arrow, and it's also labeled. So now what if you want to take information from this map, the plate tectonics map, and you want to move it over to the ocean currents map? So you do the same exact thing. So let's see. We have the Canary Island hotspot, which is an underwater volcano right here. And it's right off of the west coast of Africa. So all we would simply do, find the west coast of Africa, which is right around here. So that's where that Canary Island hotspot is. So I'm going to use my drawing tool. And in this case, I'm going to make it red and draw in kind of like a star-shaped, something like that. Go to the text box, put my text box in there, make it a little bigger, and Canary Island. I'll put HS for short, just so it's not, and I'm gonna have to make this text much smaller. And I'll adjust it, so move it over. Make it so it's not being blocked. Maybe I'll put it right there. Let me fix that canary. There we go. And I'm actually going to make the text a little bit smaller. Make it 8. There we go. Okay, so that's the Canary Island hotspot. So we took information from the surface ocean current map, put it onto the plate tectonics map, and then also took information from the plate tectonics map and moved it over to the ocean currents map. Right, so that is how you do that.